Like, I'm a little scared because it is Mike Tyson, and I feel like when I look across the ring, I'm just gonna be like, have a wow moment that I'm actually about to fight Mike Tyson.
Then you
Bro,
just
but
gotta
just think about
stand
your
on.
transition. Like,
Hey, did you hear about the latest buzz in the boxing world? So there are these rumors going around that Jake Paul is freaking out after seeing Mike Tyson's training videos. I mean, can you blame him? Tyson is an absolute beast even at his age. Word on the street is that Jake is so scared he's considering canceling their fight, but it's pretty wild to think about, right? Imagine being in Jake's shoes. You talk a big game, and then you see this legend training like he's still in his prime. It's enough to give anyone second thoughts. Let's see how this unfolds. Whether the fight happens or not, it's definitely making for some interesting drama in the boxing world. So there's been quite a stir lately in the boxing community. Rumor has it that Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer, is feeling the heat after watching some recent training footage of Mike Tyson. Apparently, these videos have made Jake so nervous that he might be thinking about calling off their fight. Crazy, right? Let's break it down. Mike Tyson, even in his 50s, is still a formidable figure in the ring. His training videos show him hitting with incredible speed and power, just like in his prime. When you see someone like Tyson moving with such intensity, it's hard not to be intimidated. For Jake, who's relatively new to the sport, facing a legend like Tyson was always going to be a huge challenge. But if you put yourself in his shoes, the idea makes sense. Imagine gearing up to fight someone who's been one of the most feared boxers in history, and then seeing that they haven't lost a step. It's enough to make anyone second guess their decision. Jake Paul has built his boxing career on bravado and confidence, often trash-talking his opponents to hype up his fights. But Tyson is a different animal. He's not just another opponent, he's an icon, a living legend. The psychological impact of going up against someone like that can't be understated. This whole scenario is adding a lot of excitement and intrigue.
I'm scared, don't get me wrong, but it's not about the fear stopping me. It's about going into it even though I am scared, and that's what true bravery is.
The idea that Jake Paul might be reconsidering his fight with Mike Tyson after watching Tyson's training videos is fascinating. Tyson's training clips circulating online showcase a level of ferocity and skill that belies his years. Seeing a legend like Tyson moving with such agility and force is enough to give anyone second thoughts. For Jake Paul, whose previous opponents haven't been on Tyson's level in terms of boxing pedigree, the prospect of facing such an experienced and powerful fighter could be daunting. Psychologically, this could play a big role. There's also the strategic aspect to consider. Jake Paul's team would need to weigh the risks and benefits of proceeding with the fight. On one hand, pulling out could damage his reputation, making him look fearful and undermining the image he's cultivated. On the other hand, facing Tyson and potentially losing in a devastating fashion could also have long-term repercussions for his career. Whether Jake Paul decides to face Mike Tyson or not, the conversation around this fight highlights the unique dynamics and pressures in the sport of boxing. As fans, we'll just have to wait and see how things unfold. Tyson's training videos don't just showcase his power and speed, they also highlight his advanced boxing IQ and ring generalship. Tyson's ability to read an opponent and exploit weaknesses is second to none. For Jake Paul, who is still relatively new to the sport, the risk of a serious injury or a humiliating defeat is real. A decisive loss to Tyson could have long-term effects on his boxing career, both physically and in terms of marketability.
see Mike Tyson hitting them pads. Get a little nervous.
Yeah. He is looking like a animal.
Jake Paul's fan base expects him to take on big challenges and continue his ascent in the boxing world. Now remember, these are just rumors. There's no solid evidence yet. Canceling the fight could lead to a backlash from fans who see it as a retreat. On the other hand, fans of Tyson might view these rumors as a testament to Tyson's enduring legacy and fearsome reputation. Balancing these fan expectations is a critical aspect of the decision-making process. Key risks of fighting Tyson aren't just immediate, but also long-term. A severe injury or knockout could have lasting effects on his health and boxing career. Unlike seasoned fighters who have developed resilience and coping mechanisms over years of fighting, Jake's relatively short career might not have prepared him for the potential physical toll of fighting someone of Tyson's caliber. Mike Tyson's motivations for returning to the ring extend beyond financial gain. He has expressed a desire to prove himself once more and reignite his legacy. This renewed drive can be intimidating for Jake Paul, as it shows Tyson's commitment and seriousness about the fight. Tyson's legacy as a former undisputed heavyweight champion and his current physical conditioning make him a formidable opponent, not just in physical terms, but in terms of his storied career and determination. Several fighters from the boxing and MMA world have chimed in with their warnings and advice for Jake. Here are a few notable ones. Conor McGregor, known for his own brash style and crossover from MMA to boxing, Conor McGregor has reportedly advised Jake Paul to take the fight seriously and not underestimate Tyson. McGregor, who faced Floyd Mayweather in a highly publicized boxing match, understands the challenges of stepping into the ring with a seasoned veteran. He cautioned Jake to be prepared for the intensity and skill that Tyson brings, even at his age.
It just got announced, and Mike Tyson's going to fight Jake Paul. Is this a world that you would
For
step
sure,
into?
yeah.
Right.
Well, look, we kick-started that. It was the first crossover event in combat
you
sport.
fought Floyd,
when
right?
When I fought
Yes.
Floyd, it was kind of the opening of that.
There's more people watching
Yeah,
boxing
yeah,
now than
yeah,
were
yeah.
5 years ago, and I think these guys are a big part of that.
Oh, for sure, hustlers, and they played a great game. But for me, it does set a bad precedent in the industry, because what you've got now is, and I'll say this to the young athletes coming up, men and women, don't aspire to be, one of these like YouTuber fighters.
Right,
And
that's
aspire
interesting.
for world titles. Aspire for Olympic. That is how you rise. That is how forever. That is how you etch your name in history. Doing these little smash and grab fights, you might get a few likes, but there's nothing substantial to it. It's hollow. It's hollow. It can be profitable, but it's hollow. And I'm noticing a trend in young fighters coming up that are not even interested in competing in the amateur scene, or rising up to win a national title or a European title or strive for a world title, or even thinking about pro titles in the world game. Do you know what I'm saying? You need the gold on the waist. You need to etch your name on the belt.
Evander Holyfield, a former heavyweight champion and Tyson's longtime rival. Evander Holyfield has also weighed in. Holyfield, who famously fought Tyson twice, warned Jake that Tyson's power and speed are still very much intact. He emphasized that Tyson's experience and ability to deliver devastating blows shouldn't be underestimated, suggesting that Jake needs to be in peak physical and mental condition to even stand a chance.
See that fight stylistically? How do you see like Mike at this age? By the time he fights Jake, I think he'll be 58 if I'm correct. Jake's like 26. How do you think that fight is going to turn out?
Well, I tell you what can happen.
Yeah.
Because it's with the confidence the other guy. I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this, but he gonna be a lot quicker. And if he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning gonna be great. But he try to stay back from Mike, he gonna get caught.
So yeah, why is that? Because people would think stay away from Mike, don't get hit, don't give him a chance to land at something on you.
Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're gonna smother everything, because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, but if you give him room, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, you give him in the room, you're gonna be messed up.
Do you see Mike winning, or do you see Jake winning?
I don't know. It's all depending on how Jake fight. I tell you what, it's because somebody gonna tell him it's too crazy to be trying to get close to the guy. He gonna stay like that. Mike like he get in and he curve up like this and snap out and get you.
Teddy Atlas, the renowned boxing trainer and commentator, has also chimed in with his thoughts on Jake Paul potentially fighting Mike Tyson. His insights are particularly valuable given his extensive experience and deep understanding of the sport.
Just a final one for myself. Jake Paul, Tyson, Mike Tyson have had that press conference. I spoke to it about it last time when it got announced. Now it's been sanctioned as a professional boxing fight. We've seen Tyson in that press conference. He does look a bit old. He is old. What do you make of that press conference, and what do you make of it being sanctioned as a professional fight?
Tyson ain't. Look, we know he's 58, whatever, right? You don't need Teddy Atlas to tell you that. But what that video does tell you, he's a different guy. Which you can expect at that, but he's a different guy. He's not that guy that he was when he was scaring the bejesus out of people, you know, before fight. And when you knew what he was going to do, one thing, he was going to go and get you. Whether he got you or not, he was going. Now he's not. He doesn't appear to be that guy. And what is that? How does that manifest itself as far as a performance? I'll tell you one thing. He still has quick twitch fibers. He still has muscle memory. He was a great heavyweight champion. That he's still, you know, he still remembers how to slip, how to throw and fill a hole when he slipped, how to weave, how to come out of it with a hook. He still has power. The last thing to go, you know, reflexes are gonna go. Speed is gonna be deteriorated, but power is the last thing to go. He still has power. He's still got that quick twitch with speed. The early rounds will be, if it's real. I don't know if it's real. I know one thing that's real. You know what that is? They're gonna make a lot of money. That I know. But as far as anything else, I don't know. But if it is real, the first couple of rounds are going to be dangerous for Paul. Even at 58, I don't care. They're going to be dangerous if it's real. If it's real. And I give credit to Paul. Look, that guy's a genius. I mean, first of all, he didn't disrespect the sport. I hear people come up to me. I've been in the sport 50 years. Say, oh, Teddy, he disrespected the sport. No, he didn't. He went out there. He got a trainer. He worked in the gym for 4 years, 5 years, whatever the hell it's been, to try to become the best fighter that he could be. To learn the sport, to respect the sport enough to learn. Now, did he pick his spots? Was he smart? Yeah.
A fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson would be a clash of two very different boxing eras and styles. Jake Paul, known for his aggressive style and powerful punches, has quickly risen through the ranks in the boxing world, facing opponents primarily from the MMA and celebrity boxing spheres. On the other hand, Mike Tyson is a former undisputed heavyweight champion, known for his devastating knockouts and relentless aggression in the ring. Tyson's experience and tactical prowess could pose a significant challenge for Jake Paul, who would need to adapt his strategy to counter Tyson's skill set and power. As of now, there isn't any confirmed information about an upcoming fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Rumors and speculations have circulated in the past, but nothing has been officially announced or finalized. Both fighters have been active in different capacities, with Jake Paul continuing his boxing career and Mike Tyson involved in various projects and exhibitions. Fans and pundits alike continue to speculate about potential matchups. But for now, details about a specific fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson remain uncertain. Just imagine being Jake Paul for a second. You're gearing up to fight a legend like Mike Tyson, and then you see him training like an absolute beast. Tyson still has that incredible speed and power, even at his age. It's enough to make anyone second-guess their decision, right? But let's think about this. If Jake really does back out, what does that say? Is it smart, or is it a sign of fear? And if he goes through with it, how crazy would that fight be? Tyson is a living legend, and Jake, love him or hate him, has been making waves in the boxing world. So I'm curious, whose side are you on? Do you think Jake should go ahead and face Tyson, or is he right to be scared? Are you Team Mike, the seasoned powerhouse, or Team Jake, the bold newcomer? Let's hear it.
I mentioned many details of this saga, but there's something else very huge that is happening in the wait for this fight. So check out this deep dive where I'll tell you other rumors that are buzzing in the boxing community. You will learn new shocking claims that are attracting people's attention. Click on the screen to watch the deep dive, and thanks for watching this video.